Action, Resomatic. It is episode 24. Welcome back, everyone who's came to listen or to view. What a weekend of footy, and what a weekend for you, mate. I don't know if we released it yet or people are going to see it soon, but you absolutely demolished, I reckon it's a record-setting food intake at the footy.
Definitely would be a record at the Gabba, I reckon.
Ridiculous.
Has to be.
Ridiculous.
And I'm still feeling the effects from it. I'm not feeling good.
Yeah, you still, mate, how much weight did you reckon you put on? It was 4,600 calories.
It would have put it like over 1.5 kilos on a food, I reckon. I was not feeling good. It was hot. I was sweating eating this food. I couldn't cheer for the boys because I felt like I was going to throw up. But
how was the shit afterwards? You backed up.
I'm backed up badly. I don't know what's going on inside at the moment, but my body's saying no good.
Maybe it's because you had 2 meat pies, two large chips, you had 3 hot dogs, you had 1 Gatorade, 1 Coke, 2 chicken tenders on chips.
Yeah.
And then you finished it off with a bit of dessert in the last quarter when they came home to win the Lions. You had 2 Magnum chocolates and 1 Calypso.
That was meant to be my party time, but it wasn't a party for me. I was feeling horrible.
It was a party in your guts and it was going, what is going on?
But it was a party at the Gabba.
Yeah.
It was rocking.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, eh?
Shout out. And the weather was terrible. It was hot and muggy, but the fans showed up, so shout out to the fans. Well done.
They did. They filled the Gabba yet again. What is going? How come they keep starting so poo and then like just coming home quick? Like we know that they can score any time of the day, but why do they go so like?
It's early.
Geelong was good though.
Yeah, Geelong are a good team. It's
Cleaner with the footy.
Early in the season. Still probably trying to figure out a few things. They're going to be the hunted team this year, so teams are going to G up to verse them. But tell you what, you give them a sniff, they will make you pay.
They will. They
That's
will.
What
They can score so quickly. That's the best thing about the Mighty Lions. All right, let's get into the tips, my guy. How do we go?
I think we did pretty well this week. Really? I mean. As a kid, when I used to do tipping comps, I'd be over the moon about that.
Yeah, I used to suck
I'd be
ass
saying,
at it.
Take me to Macca's or something because I'm celebrating.
Get me a
tips.
Happy Meal.
Yeah, get me a Happy Meal.
You got 7 from 8, and the Thursday night game we didn't really tip, but we spoke about it during the week who I was going to go for.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, I was tipping Port, so I dropped that one.
I was going for Essendon, which I don't remember even saying anything, but I might have. But we got the rest right.
Yeah,
bar Geelong.
And yeah,
I tipped Geelong, but I said it twice in the potty. I said I'm going for Brisbane, and then at last minute I went Geelong. I don't know why, but they were there for 3.5 quarters, and then they weren't there for very long. But we did well, 7 from 8. Get that up, yeah. And also on that, who's stinking it up at the moment, and who's going well? There's some teams that I'm just like, holy moly, what is going on? And it's 3 of the big 4.
Hey, I tell you what, people that live interstate, they love this.
They do. I love seeing Victorian teams suck.
The Victorian bubble is meant to be a bias thing, and we've seen the captains all talk about it. But there's some big teams stinking it up down there. And I get it's early days, but they're stinking.
It is early days.
They smell.
It does. Like, you got to put some deodorant on, get a sponsor by Lynx or someone.
Get in the shower, do something.
Go to Chemist Warehouse or go to Duty Free and get some bloody perfume because you guys smell like shit.
Yeah.
Those teams are the big 3 of the big 4. Which everyone talks about. Blues are 0-3. That's the biggest talking point going around. Because I had them going well this year. We didn't have them top 8. Did we? We did. No, we did.
We snuck them in, did we?
We did sneak them in for some reason. Essendon are 1-2, and they've got a bye this week. Richmond, Rich Wirt, are 1-2 as well. They're 15th.
Yeah.
The Blues are 16th.
Yeah,
that's crazy to me.
It doesn't get any easier for them.
Nah.
I don't know if you looked who they're playing this week.
MCG,
Collingwood.
Oh, that's the Thursday night, Friday night.
Yeah, it's a third. Is it what? Well, it's the main event.
It's the main event, and the Blues. Surely they've got to get that monk off the back. That's you can't be going 0-4. There's only one team in history that I know of has done that and then played finals. Is the Mighty Lions.
The Mighty Lions.
I think it was 0-5 at one stage, weren't we?
I think they were 1-5.
1-5.
1-5.
And stormed home. They had a purple patch in the middle of the year. These teams. Actually, I'm not even going to say they can do it, but I just don't see them where they're going to improve.
Yeah, I don't know.
They got blokes taking time off because they've got personal reasons. They've got injuries coming out left, right, and centre, just randomly popping up. All these calf strains and soft tissues. I don't see where the Blues get better.
Yeah, I don't know. And it's their second half is their problem, and it's not good. It's really not good. You look at their list and you think it's a
good list.
It's a very good list. Team. It's a good list. So I don't know where they're going wrong. Obviously, their second half is an issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're hurting, and their fans. Carlton fans,
they got to throw the towel in.
Man, what do you do? Like,
you know what you do? You join me and jump on the Mighty Suns because they are flying at the moment.
You're a 100-game Carlton Blue and you don't even care.
I don't care. Like, why would I care? If you play for a team, doesn't mean you automatically support them. I don't know why.
That works in my theory.
If you play for someone, you go for them.
Yeah.
Not me. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm die hard.
Hey, I love the Brisbane Lions.
Yeah.
Love the Carlton Footy Club. but I don't need to support them. I was Swannies till I was 18. Played my first game against the Swans. Played on Adam Goods. Whacked me in the guts. I was like, fuck Swans.
Yeah.
So why would I go for them? Why would I go for the Blues after they got rid of me? Why would I go for the Lions? The only reason for Lions I'd go for is because they're my boys.
Yeah. Will this piss you off if Carlton beat Collingwood and then they all start going like, yeah, we'll make finals. Will that piss you off?
No. I'm on Gold Coast.
That'll piss me off.
I'll go for Gold Coast.
Okay.
I'm a Gold Coast supporter, mate.
I don't like when fans get one win and they go like, we're back.
Well, mate, that was Richmond when they beat Carlton. Well, Robert, you're a fucking idiot, man.
Yeah,
one win for the year. You're going to win by 10 goals. Bro, you're going to get smashed all year.
Yeah.
I said that. Like, you beat Carlton, who suck ass.
So. No, Blues, they've got some issues to sort out.
Bombers, they've got the highest paid player in the competition. And he's doing what?
He's rocking up.
Yeah, he does. Just like the other boys.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really care about Essence. I didn't expect him to be good this year, so I don't know why there's so much like dance around it.
Yeah, well, I've got him finished. Well, I had him finish him either 8th to 12th.
Yeah, well, they could finish 12th. They will. These teams will find their straps along the way. They'll get some wins.
And it's early. We're speaking early, but this is what they've given us to talk about.
Richmond, I'm proud of them. They're not last. Like, fuck.
But they're actually showing a bit at times.
They are.
They're giving me more hope than what West Coast is.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
West Coast are not it.
Yeah.
I thought like at least Richmond would be dead set last. I reckon West Coast might be those guys.
They might be the spoon.
That's bad, man. And then you're going to have that mate, old mate, what's his name? Fucking Harley Reid. He's going to be catch you later, alligator.
Gone.
Oh,
you call it now.
Sooner or later.
Be honest, just call it now.
Of course he's gone.
Gone?
He hates it.
He's going to get out of there?
Mate, I saw another clip. I don't care, but like, it pops up on the feed because he's the most talked about player. He's just like fighting Brayshaw or someone in the middle of the ground. Like, mate, you're getting fucking pumped.
Yeah.
Well, they weren't getting pumped.
What did you think of the 9 minutes by the West Coast fans giving the bird
Grow
at the
up. Grow the fuck up.
Mark?
Why?
Do they have his back or
Who cares?
Nah, don't do it.
I don't give a shit.
Oh, what about
Why are they getting ready for
36-minute mark for when I played for Brisbane? Everyone did the shotgun.
Yeah, that's cool.
Is that cool?
Yeah,
but not the rude finger.
I just don't care. Like your team sucks.
Yeah.
Like get around him. I love that. Actually, no, I do like it. They're getting around him, but he's gone.
He's gone,
mate. Like, there's no way he wants to be there. Who was that bloke? Sam McClure. There's no way West Coast will draft him. I'll jump on that and say there's no way he's going to be there in 2 years' time.
All right, well, we'll go back.
If he does and he signs for $20 million, fucking GG's in chat, but I wouldn't want to be there. You're calling
it. He's gone.
He's gone, mate.
He's gone. West Coast, think of another plan.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. They're shit. All right, what about the Demons? They're in shambles. And I look at the team. I just looked at the team.
They are in hell.
I went through my iPads, looked through the team, and I was like, who the fuck's their goal kickers? Pickett's not in, okay.
Yeah.
He's not the guy who should be kicking 3 or 4 every week, but they're not getting any high. Harry Sharp, our boy, kicked the most goals for him.
Kicked 2 on the weekend.
Kicked 2.
The running machine.
What a pickup.
I know. But in a game that didn't look pretty for him.
I've got
an issue with Melbourne, and it's not really with the club. It's with their supporter base.
Oh, what supporter base?
Well, that's what I mean. They won a premiership not too long ago.
Yeah.
I looked in the stand on the weekend. It's a lunchtime game at the G.
Yeah.
It's a good time to go have some drink with your friends. Saturday, get on it, go support your team. There's no one there.
Of course,
this is a team that won a premiership not too long ago,
and that's why no one wants to be there. Big Track doesn't want to be there because there's no fans. He wants to go to a big club. You got Oliver who doesn't want to be there because I don't know, because they're shit. He doesn't get along with everyone. I don't know.
Yeah, and their issue. People are saying the midfield. It's gone.
I said they were back in the preseason.
Well, we all thought they were back.
I said the Petrarca, Oliver, Gorney.
Is it the end of an era? Is it what the people are saying?
100%.
They've been rolled by 12 in the first game on clearance. 12 in the second, got touched up by 16 by a really good Gold Coast midfield on the weekend.
All right, so put your footy hat on. Like you're playing against Melbourne this week. How I get nervous about my potential matchups and stuff. I just back in any team against them in the midfield now. Their players in there are legit superstars. They're guns.
Best.
And they just can't get it done.
Can't get it done at the moment.
So there's obviously holes everywhere.
And I mean, you can't just put it on the mids, but...
No, well, you did.
Oh, I did.
I said they got no forward line.
Yeah.
They got Fritsch, who they got Pickett, Fritsch, who usually bob up and kick 3 goals every now and then.
Yeah.
Maybe 1 a game. Without them two, and Fritsch played shit, without them two doing anything and Pickett's not playing, I was looking through the team. I went to... Does Petty play forward? No, he's back. Does fucking McDonald play forward? No, he's back as well.
He's back, yeah.
So who's their big boy?
Yeah, well,
a second, third-year player.
I don't know. I don't know where they're their score source has been so low. I get they played a wet weather game against GWS, but
Who cares?
at the moment it's a problem. And
Their fans aren't
Their
there.
fans are not there showing up for them.
The only fans they've got is the MCC members who just have their fucking polos on and they come from accountant families. That's the only people that are
I'm
there.
thinking if a team gets out by a couple of goals and it's at the point where they lose belief as a team and they get run over.
It's the old Melbourne.
Yeah.
That's how we used to talk back in the Blues days, and that's how we talked to the Lions early days. No, I don't know about early days.
Once the floodgates open,
once
they
it's
open.
Yeah.
They don't stop it. So
You beat them at the contest, and then it's see you
these
later,
Victorian teams, guys, it's not looking good.
You're Victorian.
I know.
Fuck you, Victorians, and fuck you, Matho.
No, I've adopted Queenslander now.
Oh,
so
that's true.
Signed the paperwork.
You're a Broncos fan, and you're also... Oh, no, you're Penrith fan.
Yeah, but I've signed the paperwork.
Yeah. All right. Now, this is one this popped up the other day, and I was like, how does this get leaked? It blows my mind. Jake Stringer has a skin folds clause in his contract, so he has to get tested a few times a year. He can't be under a certain amount. But I don't understand. Okay, that's not the chat. I don't know why it got leaked and how it got leaked. That's really close to home.
That's a weird contract clause too.
That's only like a few people know your contract.
Yeah.
Unless he's told someone and someone's told someone. But that's a weird way for that to get out. I don't know why. Maybe like GWS wanted that to be out so that he stays accountable.
I've got a few things for him where he can cheat his contract clause. So if you want, with the skin folds, just hit me up and I'll just make sure like a couple of days out that you know his water's down, his skin gets a bit tighter, no carbs in for a couple of days.
Come on, Stringer.
Get him looking real tight.
Yeah.
So.
Well, they had him and Hogan back in. They lost, but it doesn't really matter. But have you heard anything like that in the clause? Like it happens a lot in AFL, especially probably in the 2000s up until probably 2018. It was a big deal, skin folds.
Yeah.
They had the Fat Club. They had the Runners Club that you had to do extras, and if you weren't under the skin folds, you have to do more like cardio stuff. So it could be like a bike after training, could be like a ski.
You didn't want to be doing that.
You didn't want to do that.
Stuffed, and it was like,
it's like, oh fuck, boys are having lunch now. I'm in here doing a bike in our gym room,
and then I've got to push time. I'm going to get to massage and do weight.
Living the dream.
It sucked.
You don't want to be in there. There's only like 4 or 5 blokes in there.
That was an extra chore.
It's mate. Well, was it a chore of not having bad skin folds or a chore of not coming back as a good standard?
Both.
But there's always some players who are just a bit fatty.
Yeah, because of genetics.
Yeah, we had it. But do you have any stories from like anything like that?
Well, I do, because when I was at the Lions, we used to do it, and boys were getting massages, like creamed up before it, and we'd go in a gym and have like a light little sweat on and go in there, and that all stopped. But then, our
senior player, right?
Yeah, our dietitian at the time, she, as this stuff started getting a bit on with skin fold, she said, righto, we're going to keep it private. Mm-hmm. And I think some of the boys that had higher skin folds were thinking, great, this is great.
Now I can go under the radar.
She can work with me. I'll go on the radar. No one's going to know.
Yeah.
And then a few senior players, in particular one who'd been around for a very long time, said, hang on, no, that's not right. We put the skin folds up for the boys to see, for our teammates to keep us accountable.
Oh, do remember that.
It's not to embarrass.
Keep them accountable.
Keep them accountable. Like, hey, mate, like maybe you shouldn't be doing that. Or, hey, brother, you got to get out of that. So maybe lay off this and whatever.
Yeah, keep like you said.
The dietitian was so against it, and we were back and forth, and to the point where she actually broke down in tears. That some boys were against her, and the meeting got cancelled. And I think it ended up maybe staying private, but I know a lot of the boys weren't too happy about it.
What do you think about it? Like, obviously, we were in good nick. I was like fucking top of the list every time. You were right up there too.
Yeah.
What do you think of like fat people being like they think it's shaming because they don't even have it in the AFL record anymore. They don't have it on the website. Their weight. They don't have their playing weight. Do you think it's like, mate, grow the fuck up?
I don't think it's shaming. I think what it is if you're overweight, and some boys are going to naturally have higher skin folds. Like I could never get mine down to a real elite level. I could get it at a nice level, but some boys were elite, and I could never do it, no matter how hard I trained, diet. It was just the way my body comp landed up.
Yeah.
But I think what it does is boys that do have higher ones, you can just be like, oh, are they doing the right thing? Yeah, he's still doing the right thing. He's got higher ones. Or, no, mate, you're eating chips for lunch. You're going out. You're drinking this and smashing this and doing this, and you're high.
Yeah.
Like, you're not helping yourself. So that's what I like about it.
Yeah, I like keeping blokes accountable. And that comes from, like, seniority and leaders in the group as well. Because if, like, we go out, say, for lunch all the time.
Yeah.
If I see you having, like, a bit of fat shit on your burgers or whatever it may be, like a bit of chippies on the side. Like,
just get this right.
Maybe don't have that, man.
But if you're doing the right thing and you're still high, well, so be it. You're having a crack.
Yeah, my issue. Yeah, I liked it. My issue was fucking how does that get out? I don't like that.
I don't know, and I don't know about it being in the clause.
It's an old school clause. It used to
Is
be.
there any payment for him to like? If he's lower than this, he gets an extra.
I don't know what happens if he doesn't hit it, but regardless,
I don't know.
Fucking
Interesting
keep it under.
clause, but I think skin folds should be made public to your teammates. Purely from a helping.
It's a PC era, brother.
We're all friends. They're going to help you. They're not going to laugh at you. They're going to help.
I would laugh at them if they're fat.
I would too.
Yeah. All right, Matho. Power rankings, my guy.
Ooh.
We did this opening round.
Yeah.
Opening round didn't really happen, but we're going to do it every 3 weeks. So it was one.
Nice.
Don't worry about opening round because that was stupid. Round 1 to 3. So we had these teams going into the season as our top 5 rankings. It was Brisbane. So they finished 5th last year. They're 3rd currently. Freo. That wasn't that.
Oh, short-lived. I feel stupid.
I was saying it all along, but
I want bonked on the head. I feel dumb.
it's all right. They might get there one day. So Freo were 8th last year. They're currently 10th. No, they were 9th last year, currently 10th.
Yeah.
Then we had Hawks 7th to 1st. They're killing it. I love Hawk Tours. I love the Hollywood Hawks. Geelong were 3rd last year. Now they're 9th.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on with them, but they showed signs on the weekend. And then the Pies were 9th last year, and they're currently 6th. What is it now? It is round 4 this week. Who we got and why?
Well, right now, I'm still going with Brisbane on top.
Yeah.
They've proven like they can come back, win games. You give them a sniff, they'll win it. But they won the premiership last year. They're still
3
rolling.
dubs.
I think they're like, if you take the wins from last year or something, they're 7 in a row, 8 in a row, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But they've given no reason not to drop down their power rankings. They're still the champs. They're still defending their title.
Until they get knocked off, get knocked off.
They're one. And then very close behind
Yeah.
is the Hollywood Hawks.
The Hawks, man. They're probably the best team in the comp at the moment.
They're rolling.
Yeah, they're probably the. If the Hawks and Brisbane played right now, who wins?
Ooh.
And let's say it's at the Gabba because we're defending champs.
Yeah, Brisbane at the Gabba.
Okay, Brisbane MCG.
Ooh. I like the Hawks at the G.
Yeah,
and
same.
they've got
It's
a hold of Brisbane there.
Yeah, it's fitty.
I can't wait for this game, though, when that comes around.
I don't know what round it is, but that's going to be good. All right, who we got number 3?
The Crows.
Yeah, the Crometers.
Oh, haven't they just put themselves in a big window?
They have, but they've played...
People are saying potential they're going to make a premiership. I've got them in the 8.
Yeah,
they look so cherry ripe for the 8.
They've beaten crap teams, though, so
I know.
They've beaten the Bombers, Kangaroos, and the Saints, and they finished 15th last year. They're currently 3rd, and they look amazing.
It's the way they win, though.
They've got to beat these crap teams,
It's
too.
the way they win, and their forward
it.
line's becoming one of the best in the AFL.
It's popping, eh?
It's really popping. And
I do like it.
And it's the way they're playing is why. And regardless of the teams, it's how they do it.
I'm kind of happy for them because last year they lost a couple of games by scrutinised ways.
Yeah. I feel bad for that for Matthew Nix. And then this is
now
finally give this guy a rest.
Yeah.
His team's going well.
Yeah, it's one of those hindsight moments, but I love seeing them go well. But finished 15th last year, currently 3rd, so they go into the top 5. Who we got next at 4?
We got the Ferrari GWS.
Yeah, they are the true Ferraris.
Yeah, and they had the Hawks on toast.
Yeah, they did.
They're good at blowing a lead after half time.
They know how to do that, my guy.
They're good at that. They're a good team at that, but they are seriously a good team anyway.
Yeah. So that's what makes the Hawks win even special because they came back from that,
did.
and it was windy AF down there in Tassie, and it wasn't great.
And it was similar to the Brizzy Lions. They were 32 points down, and against a Geelong outfit that we know is going to be there around the pointy end of the year.
Yeah.
So,
okay, and then number 5, Riso, who we got, mate?
Oh, we got the Gold Coast Suns.
Yeah,
I didn't think I'd be saying this.
I know. Who would have thought?
I
3
didn't.
rounds in, flying.
And again, I know we could say the teams have played, Melbourne not going well, West Coast not going well.
Yep.
But, dude, it's the way they're doing it.
They look good. And their good players are playing really good, and
Really
their role
good.
players are playing their role.
Yep. Miller's playing down forward now, kicking
kick
a couple of goals.
Kick 3, I think.
It's
Big
so
took.
dangerous. But, good on the Suns.
Yeah.
They look good. And what a game they've got this week against the Adelaide Crows.
They do.
This
That
will
is
test both
massive.
those teams
That's
to see where
massive.
they're really at.
Yeah, I'd love to see. I'm definitely going to watch that game, and it's at Gold Coast home
Coast.
ground on Saturday night.
So they've proven they can win away at the moment.
Yeah, I like that.
Can they win at home?
I like that. What about Lukosius? What do you think he's thinking?
He's thinking...
His bank looks better. He's like, oh, fuck, man. Like, I'm there for so long now. Look at them.
They're
Probably making history
flying.
this year.
Yeah.
Been finals first time in their history.
It would be the same, like Alex Neil-Bullen walks out of Melbourne. Well, doesn't walk out, but gets a trade, and he's in the leadership group at Adelaide. He's thinking what a move, but the coach on the other end might be
Going to Port, who aren't the greatest going round. But, mate, that's our power rankings. I'm actually excited to see what it's going to be like in round 6 because that's changed. There's a few teams in and out.
Yeah.
But I see Brisbane obviously going well. Hawks, they'll be there for a while unless they somehow shit the bed. Crows, they're the ones I'm going to watch out for because I think they're started hot.
Oh, yeah.
they can do this.
Yeah.
As long as they get like 10 to 12 wins.
It's important to have those wins early, though, for that group.
Exactly. Set them up because 10 you need around 10 to 12 wins to make finals.
So the first three
you need that.
already smacked down.
GWS, they're going to win a lot of games this year, and the Suns, they're the ones, they always start well.
Yeah, well, we sent the power rankings to one of our other footy nuffies who actually plays in the league, loves the footy, loves all sport.
Yeah.
He said, what a great 5.
Yeah.
What a great 5 it was.
Yeah.
So
we'll say it's Ben Keys.
Yeah.
We try to get him on the potty this week, but he's just all business.
him and his crows are all business at the moment. So
All business.
hey, that's the way they're going.
Yeah. All right, I want to get your take on this one, Matho, because it's it really grinds my gears, and not much does. But when the AFL does something that's not really like, it's not by the book. It's just a made up thing that they just try to protect someone and they're sick of seeing concussions.
I'm confused.
It's Ryan Mansell's 3-week suspension. So we saw Archer, obviously, a couple of weeks ago, copied 3-week ban. He went to tribunal and it stood. That was a little bit different. But these pushing things are just getting over the top with the way they're reacting.
Well,
it's the outcome again. Action versus outcome.
That's what I mean. They had it at the start of the year with a couple of incidents.
Yeah.
Nothing happens, right?
They sent a memo out in the preseason saying, hey, no more pushing shit.
Yeah, I know. This is why it's so confusing. And they're throwing the kitchen sink at people at the moment.
3 weeks.
And why I'm confused, if the St Kilda bloke had a got up and was fine, is Ryan Mansell good?
There's been incidents where they have been fine. I think McDonald from Kangaroos pushed someone into someone and then...
Fogarty.
Fogarty
into the back of Zeri.
Back of Xeri, and he got up and he was fine.
It was fine.
That's the same thing.
So I'm confused. I think it's rubbish. Richmond are challenging this.
They have to, but they're not going to get off.
But poor Ryan Mansell,
that is perfect technique. You give up your back at the front of a contest when the ball's coming in high ball.
To push.
We always get told as AFL players, even as juniors, just push them. Like you can't obviously push like that. Like push like sideways.
Use their force and push them through. Push
it's
them in
them.
the shit.
They've got to be behind.
I'm sorry, but
no, not sorry. Fuck them.
Yeah, I'm confused where the AFL is going.
It's a 3-week suspension, and
rubbish.
Mansell's probably on matches. He's probably at the point where he's on matches. He's losing 3 weeks of match payments.
Yeah, I hope he gets off, but I'm confused. We need to really sort this out.
They just find something that they don't like. They don't like concussions. That's like no matter what happens, if someone gets concussed, they've obviously been sued a fuckload. So they're like, anything concussion-wise, we have to act.
We have to act.
We have to act. But blokes are getting 3 weeks for ridiculous things. Like, that's not a 3-week suspension.
Nah, and Richmond need him.
This is pissing me off more. Fucking nothing to do.
Poor
This is pissing me off more than the sling tackle stuff.
Yeah,
like,
it's bad.
It's a bullshit suspension.
They need to bring the rule book out and rewrite it.
Oh, mate, they need to do a lot more than that. But that's just one of those things that I saw, like, and everyone's kind of on the same page as us. They're like, that's not a suspension. And even like, if Corns is out there saying it, then I think that we're right to be saying, AFL, pull your fucking head in.
I like what Cornsey said.
I like the bloke.
Nice work, Kane.
Yeah, well done, Kane. You do your homework.
Bloody oath.
All right, that is Rip Through It, episode 24. I hope you're enjoying it. We're doing 2 episodes a week now because we fucking do this for you guys. We have a Thursday potty. We are going to be doing our predictions for the weekend. We're going to be doing some preview stuff. We love it. Big shout out to Front Runner. Big shout out to Joe Fortune. No. Big shout out to Front Runner for sending us a box, and they're sending you some more clothes because you're a big mess.
I'm putting on too much
Actually,
weight.
not a big mess. You're just a bulky motherfucker.
Yeah, but we're keeping it nice and short for you guys. Chuck it on in the car. So easy to listen to. It's not going to take you an hour to listen. It's a quick burst.
If you're doing your misses and you're trying to go for longer, put it on, put the earphones in, and you can
so
listen.
easy. But thanks for tuning in. Love you.